Hi everyone, hope you're well. Welcome to Thursday's episode of DOdaily, Thursday Thoughts. It's Des here, looking to answer your questions. Really looking forward to tonight's episode. It's been a few weeks since I've come on live. Of course, it gets me out of my comfort zone, but I really enjoy doing it. Unfortunately, life's taken over a little bit, plans, different things to do have meant Thursday episodes have been just like some of the others, where I come in and share my thoughts. Of course, that's okay. Just trying to be honest, relatable, realistic about the way I deal with things. And the more I can pass that message across, the better sometimes. But it's also great to mix things up. Today, I'm glad to get back to a bit of routine, done some of the things I've had to do, the work, the coaching, of course, DOdaily. It's what I enjoy, whilst I love everything I'm getting to do at the moment, some great experiences had, this is what I kind of structure myself around and work to. And again, when we're enjoying ourselves or whether we're not having a great time, sometimes we just have to resort to what we know. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to get out a live episode and once again, just enjoy this aspect of it. Some good questions to go at, as ever. Finishing with a throwback. It's been a few weeks, so there's no throwback to go off, but there's a throwback today where I kind of pass that over to you. It's got some relevance as well, but all that will become clear. As ever, what I'll do is just encourage you to comment on anything you hear, anything you can take something from, or anything you want to add, any of the questions, if you've got any further information, or want to ask me another question or a question on the back of a question. Please feel free to use the comments and, of course, hit that like button. That's really important. If you're new to the channel, like lots of people are, hopefully get a few more viewers. Since I've done the last live episode and picked up lots of new subscribers, there is a reason to that, which I'll explain as well. But if you're new, please do subscribe. Or just trying to build something that people can relate to and look in and take a bit of information from. That's what Thursdays are about. Just sharing thoughts, opinions, just hearing it from someone else's viewpoint can help us sometimes. And as you'll see by the questions, a right variation in there. Sometimes people are a bit worried about sending questions in, but if you've got any, please email Des@DoRunning. And they're worried because they think, oh, it's about this, or it's about that, it's about running, it's about mental health, it's about football, maybe, whatever things I talk about throughout the week. It's not. This is my personal vlog. This is somewhere where I want to sort of use all my experiences to relate into different things, and pass on my thoughts. Of course, I'll encourage some activity. It's always important for me to do that. It's something that has really worked for me. And for those that because I've not done this for a couple of weeks, I think it's a good time to remind that I think there's a strong link between physical and mental health. So it's good to sort of talk about all different things that can perhaps all relate into the bigger picture. Where I can encourage activity, running mainly, walking, as I do on a Friday morning, I will, because I think it can help in many situations. But like I say, it's not all about that. So as ever on a Thursday, I'll start by talking about where I'm at, where I am this week. Feeling really, really good, really busy. I've said this on previous episodes this week, and I've spoke about the importance of doing all the things we have to do. But for today, I just feel routine is crucial. It's actually my birthday tomorrow, which I'm really, really looking forward to. So whilst that's something else to look forward to, something else to do, something else to make the most of, it's kind of important for me just to settle down a little bit as well. Take a bit of time to get a few jobs done, do things little things I enjoy doing, not the bigger plans, taking a bit of rest, catching up with some of my social medias, some of my posting, all that's good. So I can have a nice day and look forward to the weekend and what we've got planned there. Lots of nice things planned for that. Going to the horse racing tomorrow, and then for a curry. Lots of friends are joining me, so definitely something that I'm really looking forward to. And tonight, after the episode, a little tradition we've got now. Kay cooks me a mixed grill, my favourite meal. It's not the healthiest, is it? And for those of a running persuasion, It might be like, oh my God. But it's what I love, and she's preparing that for me. So just a little thing we do now. I really enjoy it, and that's what it's about, isn't it? Sometimes it's just about those little things that keep us ticking over, that put a smile on our face. And today, having had the kind of day I've had, after I've had the week I've had, been busy. Last week was busy. Before that, I was a little bit stressed out. I spoke about that a lot. Just feels like, even just for a short space of time this evening, once this episode's gone out and it's all sorted, I can take that little bit of time to sit down with Kay and start looking forward to the birthday celebrations. Of course, once you get to a certain age, they're not as exciting as they used to be. It's another year ticked off. But like I say, with what I've got in store tomorrow and going to the football again at the weekend, I'm really looking forward to what I can do and the way I celebrate it. It's around people I enjoy being around friends and family, and that's really, really important too, isn't it? So lots to look forward to. Got a question coming in there, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to go straight into that before we go into anything else, because I mentioned there that there's a reason I've got lots of new subscribers. Ian says, are you ready for Saturday in the Forest match dressed in the full kit? Of course, if you don't know, what dressing in a full kit is not something you do on your the day after your 42nd birthday, giving my age away there. Trying to avoid that, but it's not something you necessarily do. But a chap I kind of do YouTube with, somebody I go on and talk about football, said if I got 500 subscribers, would I dress up in a full kit? It's something 4-year-olds do, not 40-year-olds or 40 plus 2-year-olds. So I said yeah, thinking it was never going to happen. And guess what? He put it out there on his own YouTube, and I've had an influx. It's great though, because lots of people have checked into the channel for the first time and they've told me that they've really taken something from it. And that's fantastic, isn't it? Because I'm trying to share a message at times, which is not always the easiest for people to accept. Trying to be positive and enthusiastic. As much as we all know it's a good thing, sometimes people kind of run for the hills and like, you can't say that, but I can, because I feel comfortable doing it now. And I want to be positive myself. The more I do it for myself, as I touched on yesterday on Wednesday workout, the more I do it for myself, it makes me feel better, but then it helps. It's almost paying it forward for others, where others do take something from it. For however I feel uncomfortable at times saying the things I do, I get really deep at times. Sometimes I'm not so serious and laugh and joke and take the mick, almost like the full kit thing. So I've got to be an FKW. Anybody who knows what that term means knows it's frowned upon when you're at the football. I think lots of people are going to laugh at me. But whilst this is all deep, whilst the whole YouTube thing, it can get into those subjects, it's also important for me to not take myself too seriously. And this is the absolute classic of examples with that. I won't be taking myself too seriously. There were lots of people ripping me, probably taking pictures and pulling me up to pieces about it. But it is what it is, like I say, it's all a bit of fun. And hopefully I can spin that into a positive as well. It'd be nice if people kind of support the way I'm going to do it and show what I'm doing. Another comment here, the True Red. Football keeps me ticking by going out running at my local field or heading to the gym, so I don't feel too down and depressed about things. Spoke about that till the cars came home, True Red. It's something, it really helps me when I get myself into a rut. There was a period a couple of weeks ago where it didn't help me quite as much, and I was a little bit worried. But for now, 5-6 years, it's really helped me get to a point and just stay positive. Of course, I've mentioned it a lot in the last couple of weeks. Forest have been flying, the team I support. So that just helps me stay on top of things as well. The running, the football, when things are good, everything tends to be good, doesn't it? So again, I totally agree with what was said there and the sentiment in that message. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for checking in. Really, really appreciate it. Like I say, new viewer there, lots of new viewers. So I appreciate Mr. Dawes' efforts in getting me to 500. It's hit one of my targets for the year. And that's brilliant, isn't it? So looking a bit daft for a day, it's not going to kill me, and like I say, I'm not taking myself too serious. Whilst some of it is, I'll explain where I felt absolutely rock bottom. I'm quite comfortable as well, saying I'm proud of myself and saying I'm enjoying myself, because that's important as well. Both ends of the spectrum, people seem to look at as a bit of a taboo, a bit of a, oh, we can't talk about when someone's too low. We have to be in this middle ground. If we're floating along in this middle ground, sometimes we're not really going anywhere, are we? So it's important to sort of understand that we're allowed to take the highs, because the highs and lows come along. And football is the perfect metaphor, isn't it? Even this week, we've seen how good things are absolutely flying with Forest, and then all of a sudden, one result, and it flattens you a little bit. What we've got to do is use all that good work to keep going. And it's the same whether you use your activity, whether you talk out like I do through DOdaily, or just want to be positive all the time. That's really important. Another comment here from Oliver. Found your channel through Mr. Door, and you're doing a great job, man. Helping more people more than you think. We're all in the same boat together. Here's to getting to Wembley. Again, thanks for the comment, Oliver, and thanks for sort of checking it out. This is all I really want to do, is just encourage people to watch in, comment, say it as it is, say how they're feeling, because once you get it off your chest, you feel absolutely fantastic. I've had all that busy time I've been talking about. A few weeks ago, I was a little bit stressed out with how things were panning out. But as soon as I say it, I feel so much better. And knowing people are looking in, these nice comments do my confidence the world of good. On a Thursday, I'll level with you, I get really nervous about talking live. It's not the easiest thing for me to do. So, and people say, how can you say that? You go on football YouTube channels, you talk well about the things you say, it's great what you're saying. And I even hosted a football YouTube channel. I've done it a couple of times for Mr. Door, the guy I mentioned, who helps me a lot with my channel. And I don't feel any nerves doing that, because it's a subject that I've been talking about for a long time. I feel I know a bit, but it's difficult conversation sometimes, and it doesn't have to be. So even tonight, after doing a live football episode last night, I feel a lot more confident. I feel at ease, and it's like I say, it's great when people sort of comment in. So keep those comments coming. Of course, please like the episode and do subscribe if you're new. I'll keep reminding you of that. And for all those of a football persuasion, I'm sure they're already followers of Mr. Door. Please go and follow him. I'll post a link below as well. So getting back to the start of all that, appreciate the 500 followers. It's brilliant. It's creating more views. It's helping me build the channel. That's what's important. And it just goes a long way to making things that little bit better for everyone. James said, yes, Des, you got any pre-wedding goals and targets? Keep up the good work. I'll come back to that one. I'll put that into the questions, because I think it'll work well in some of the things I'm going to say. So getting into those questions, of course, that's what First is all about. Just a random set of questions. I'll answer absolutely anything. The important thing is here just to sort of help anybody who might feel like asking somebody else's opinion. Been at a point in my life, I felt a bit stuck and felt like I had nowhere to go. But, by doing some of the things, it gave me opportunities to meet and talk to new people. And thankfully, I'm not there anymore, but I understand some people might be. So keep those questions coming. Absolutely brilliant. Another new subscriber here, Jason, says, I'm a new subscriber, and from watching your vlogs, it looks like you do a lot. How do you fit it all in? Absolutely. Tell me about it. I feel like I do a lot all the time. I tend to have something on. DOdaily keeps me busy, as well as running clubs. I host here in Nottingham through Do Running, which I created, which also supports charities and individuals and anybody who wants to take advantage of it. The football, lots of football matches recently. But whilst I do a lot, I was having this conversation a couple of weeks ago, and in reality, I do so much around the things I enjoy, but I don't actually enjoy that much. It might sound bizarre. There's lots of little threads and things that send me in different directions. Ultimately, DOdaily came off the back of the running club, which came off the back of me taking up running, which I found and really got the most from. But then I enjoy football, which sort of pulls in other people to talk about football and YouTube and do different things. So it might, I won't say it might appear that I'm busy, because I am really busy. I tend to think I never stop. But what I am doing, and what's the most important thing about all this, is I'm really, really enjoying myself. I'm doing two things essentially, which lead me in different directions, which create new friendships and relationships. And when you're enjoying yourself, why stop? I mentioned there, I use the football as a metaphor. And it is a great metaphor for it. You can be absolutely flying, and before you know it, your mood can drop. It happened to me just 3 weeks ago. I have spoken. Sometimes when you've got a lot on, that sort of drop in mood can be an overwhelming feeling, an anxious feeling about what's next. And sometimes you get that when real good things are about to happen, and it feels like that's happened for me recently. And I compared it back to another time before the wedding was mentioned there, before I asked Kay to marry me. That week I felt all tense and stressed. It sounds obvious now looking back, doesn't it? But when you're living it, it's hard to sort of cope with. And these are the things I'm trying to explain, trying to help people understand that we do get these feelings, and it's okay sometimes not to be okay. People kind of say that and just sort of assume that you're going to be sat in a corner crying and someone's going to come along and put their arm around you. But the reality is, if you think deeper into that comment, it's okay not to be okay. It absolutely is, isn't it? We don't have to be jumping through hoops, singing from the rooftops, just because we're feeling a little bit down. We don't have to pretend we're something we're not. But as long as we understand that the good things are coming, and that's the one thing I've learned through all this. And like I say, relationships and friendships and football and running clubs, they all help me kind of get over things. And the fact I just get it out there every day. And I think that the really important aspect, like I said there, is just to sort of understand what you enjoy, understand how sometimes you can get pulled from pillar to post, because I definitely do. I think I've had lots of people around me for a few years now saying, Des, you do too much. And I didn't want to stop, because it's kind of addictive helping people. I won't lie to you. I absolutely love paying it forward. That's what the whole episode was about yesterday. Check that one out. But I love that side of it. And it can get a little bit addictive, and you want to help more and more people. But not everybody takes it in the same way either. So you have to kind of do what you have to do for yourself sometimes. That's really, really important. I put out through the DOdaily social media. You can see all that scrolling across the bottom. Please check and follow all that, by the way. I put something out. Do what you enjoy. Don't feel guilty about it. There was a little post there, one of these inspirational quotes, because that's what you have to do, isn't it? And if you're doing what you enjoy and not feeling guilty, there's times where I have felt guilty because I can't do something for somebody else. But what I've realised is, whilst I do a lot for myself, I do a lot for other people. So, and there's always going to be people out there that question it. There's always going to be people out there that are upset. So I just make the time. I'm not great at it. And sometimes I talk about how I don't sleep well and I get up, and these are kind of all the things I talk about through the week on DOdaily, trying to find little ways of making it work. Wake Up to Walk, for example, is about how much I get from getting up early on a Friday and going for a walk. So I'm trying to sort of work on these and make it routine and create structure. Spoke about the importance of getting back to that today. I want to make a real big effort with routine again next week, because I feel like I need a week of just being me. I've had the highs, the massive high. I had a low followed by a massive high. So it's important for me just to keep enjoying the things, but almost just get that consistency back as well. Speak about that a lot. And so there's kind of a lot in there. And I know I've kind of flitted from one thing to another, but I think to kind of sum it up, just enjoy the good times, take it all. I feel like I've been riding on this wave of excitement and enthusiasm. And when you realise that it will end, it always does, life goes like that. It doesn't flatline. Like I said before, if it is, you're probably not really happy deep down. You're probably just putting a front on. So I've realised that you have to take the rough with the smooth. So when I've got lots to do, I've absolutely throw myself into it. I know I work hard, and that's not something I've been comfortable in saying. I work really, really hard. I've got a nice work-life balance when it is a little bit quieter, but it doesn't mean I don't work hard. So sort of knowing that, I'm safe in the knowledge. I'm not ashamed to say that. Knowing I enjoy the things I do, knowing that I want to progress, I want to learn, I want to do more. That's all I really need. I don't need materialistic things. Sometimes they're nice. I'm not going to lie to you, but that's all I really need. So thanks for the question. Great question there. And again, it just helps me sort of explain things a little bit and try and sort of be relatable through DOdaily and perhaps help people understand. A couple of comments coming in. One here from Dawn. This is a question I often want to ask you. You spend so much time looking after others. I'm amazed how you find the time for yourself. Again, that's just sort of following up from that question from Jason. It's doing what's important, isn't it? Sometimes, and if it's important to you, you have to do it. And like I said, it's kind of addictive when you do help people, when you get that genuine, unconditional sort of good feeling and good feedback. And when you do it for the right reasons, it's an amazing feeling. Giving is so much better than taking. Believe me, if I've said it a million times on DOdaily, if you want to sort of feel good for free, for nothing, if you don't feel you've got the resources and the time, just do something nice. It could be as small as helping somebody cross the road, opening a door. You will never feel bad for it, and that's all it is. If you can help people, it just, again, it's all about paying it forward, isn't it? And the more you do that, you feel better yourself. You can help even more people, and it's just brilliant. And I'll always go out my way because it's in my nature to help people. And sometimes it does affect some of the things I do, but again, I'm learning to be that little bit better at that. So thanks for the comments and the question and the comments on that. If you've got anything to add, please add it. Please drop us a comment and say a little bit more. But yeah, great question. Quite a long answer there as well. Getting into question 2. Do you find it motivating seeing your progression on your part 1 vlogs? This is from Phil. For those that don't know, I actually normally, apart from the last couple of weeks, a bit like the live Thursday episode, I tend to vlog my park runs at the weekend and put them out on a Wednesday. There is a bit of a running element. I mentioned how important it is for me to encourage a bit of activity. Even if you've not run before, even absolute beginners, park runs are a great way to get going. If you can't come to do running, of course, here in Nottingham, park runs are a great way to get involved in a little bit of light activity. It's a 5K run, walk, jog on a Saturday morning. It's free. And again, all these things are important to get people going. What I've been doing recently, there's a playlist. Do check it out. I've done about 10 so far, which I've vlogged. I'm looking to get back to a position of fitness and health where I want to be. Lose some weight for the wedding, again, and this is where I'm going to bring in those targets and goals shortly. But lose some weight, get fit, both for the wedding and both for the London Marathon, which is later in the year. So I'm looking to progress and almost vlog that, but not vlog it. Not the time isn't really important. It's just showing that little bit of progress, showing how I'm getting more from my running again, and what I tried to do on a Wednesday, show how progress in my running achievement kind of makes me feel great as well. And whilst it's not all about being speedy and this and that and being stick thin again, I've got a long way to go for both of those, but it's nice to see some progress. So somebody's noticed there, and that's the whole point of the vlog. I'm not the quickest runner. I wasn't the quickest runner when I was at my fittest. I'm not some athlete. It doesn't come to me naturally. It's something I found a little bit later, 6-7 years ago now. I found it and I took so much from it. It got me from that bad place I've mentioned so many times today to a much better place. So it's important for me to incorporate it into DOdaily, of course, because it's a real passion of mine. Along with the football, those are the 2 things I mentioned there. Don't really like that much. I just throw everything I've got into the things I enjoy, rather than get bogged down with what other people are doing. what people are saying, or what other people want me to do, so it's that I throw myself into. So really, really nice getting that progress. I think for 4 weeks in a row, I chipped a bit of time off. I'm still not, if I'm being honest, and again, it's not all about time because I don't make it about that. But if I'm being really honest, what I'm trying to do, where I want to be, is not quite at the level I feel I should be at the moment. But again, it's just about working through it, isn't it? Things have kind of interrupted my progress a little bit in the last couple of weeks. But again, getting back to these routines is so important. Do the things you enjoy, and it gives you that consistency of what you do. And so I'm hoping in the coming weeks to get my Wednesday workouts up, part one vlog, live episodes on Thursday, wake up to walk on Friday, charting my progress around Clockwork Walk Nottingham, my latest 60-mile walking challenge, which I can show the progress and talk about all those important things. And it just really helps. The progression is nice, but the routine of it, doing it, is even better. And that's what I'm trying to get across there. So thanks for noticing. Like I say, check out those vlogs, a little bit different. And why it's important to do the Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays back as they were is because Monday and Tuesdays, there's a lot of the same messages. There's no harm in that. It's important to keep sort of drumming home the message, banging the drum with the message without preaching. So I don't want to do it too many times in the week. If you see, this is my sort of take on the week. I use these different motivations to try and encourage people to just look at what they're doing and use them to relate into their lives. So thanks for the question. Really, really appreciate that. There was that comment there, what James asked me. You got any pre-wedding goals and targets? Of course, one of them is to lose weight, and get fitter. They kind of come hand in hand as well, don't they? Kind of in the last couple of weeks, again, it feels like before the last couple of weeks, just before I say that, I kind of hit lots of obstacles, which I couldn't help. In the last couple of weeks, probably been work, which again, to some degree, you can't help. And plans and enjoying yourself and doing things that make you feel good. So again, with that routine, I'm hoping to get more activity in and give it a real kick on. I know I'm going to enjoy myself at the weekend. I quite often put pressure on myself to do this, that, or the other. So I've almost given myself a free at the weekend, indulge a little bit, have a few drinks, enjoy that curry, enjoy the racing, go to the footballers and FKW, have some fun. But after that, I feel like it's time now. The wedding is only 4 months away. So from asking the question 12 months ago, it feels like it's really sort of creeping up on us. Kay's doing a lot of hard work with that, thankfully. Tends to be a thing with people we know. She looks after me and I look after everybody else, but perhaps I have to do a little bit more somewhere. She'll be shouting from wherever she is at the moment. Yes, you do, but there you go. Thanks for the question, really appreciate that. And the final question today, I know I've been talking for quite a long time now and I'm getting a bit hungry, to be honest. Spoke about this guy already, supports me no end. I can't thank him enough. Check out his link if you are of a football persuasion. Do give him a follow. Mr. Daw says, have you got any plans going forward with DOdaily? Well, I've mentioned already, I want to sort of get back to that routine. That's important for me at the moment. All these new subscribers, I'd love them to see exactly what I do. I'd love them to see how DOdaily kind of shapes itself and how there is a bit of variation there from just walking around late at night after another busy day saying, oh, I'm tired, I'm this and that, No, it's not quite that mundane, but you know what I mean. I try and relate it into the way I'm thinking, and if something's inspired me, I'll try and talk about different things. But first of all, I've got to get back to routine, but I have got 1 or 2 plans. There's something I want to do on the back of the Friday morning walks. Might not be for everyone, but I want to almost record my walks as a visual. So I go out there and I do a walk and perhaps post it up on a Sunday morning. For those who just like looking at those things, I know I spend hours looking at YouTube at people gone on walks, and Kay's like, what are you watching? And I'm just watching somebody walking forward. but put a bit of music on it. It's kind of good for the soul. And whilst I don't necessarily believe in all those kind of things, like some people might, there is people out there who might enjoy it and might take something from it. I just get engrossed by these videos, and it's not something I thought I would do. But again, I'm open to all these things, and I'm hoping people who watch this might be open to it. I've watched videos that have got 2 million viewers, and it's just somebody walking through a forest, but I appreciate how nice it is to walk through a forest on a Friday morning. I've mentioned it a lot as I get up early. Not everybody's got that opportunity. So again, somebody might take some. That's just one of my ideas. I'm kind of going on a bit too much about that now. I need to get ahead and do it. It's something I've been planning for a while, but getting it all sorted. Even with the part 1 vlogs, I'd like to sort of find some new technology so I'm not just literally running with a stick. I know I run slower with a stick. Again, the time thing is not an issue, because if I'm improving with the stick in my hand, as soon as I take it out, I will improve anyway. But I need to find better ways to sort of create the vlogs and just be better at what I do. I want to sort of articulate the message. People always tell me off when I say that. They're always like, don't put yourself down. But I want to sort of smooth the message up. What's up here is not exactly what comes out. Yes, I want to be relatable. I want to be that just a normal guy, giving over normal information and not preaching. But I know if I could get it out the way I meant it, it'd be great. The Monday motivation stuff. And for those who again, I don't really want to name drop, but I spent a lot of time with Campbell last week. I've got an episode to come out. The reason I mention him more than anything, on Sunday, I'm going to put together a Sunday social where I was chatting to Campbell, someone I looked up to as a youngster, supporting football, someone who's in the public eye. Might not be known to everybody, but it was a really great sort of man-on-man conversation. But for those who knew about that, it's important for me to do more of those as well, and try and encourage other people to help me sort of spread the word. I was saying to him, he asked me if I've got any sort of ambitions with DOdaily, just like Mr. Daw is. Mr. Daw doesn't know this, but one day I'd like to almost do it live, in front of people. That's a long, long way ahead. Casey actually said to me, might not be as far as you think, but it probably is a long way, but I'd love to have the confidence. This is almost what I'm working to now. Didn't have this goal when I set out, but I'm almost working to a point where I want to sort of stand up in front of people and try and be positive and enthusiastic. Someone who's naturally shy, who's took this journey, who's nervous before a live episode. I feel like I'm a million miles away, but Kev said it. You might not be as far away. And just again, hearing that, getting the chance to walk around with somebody, talk about mental health, positivity, enthusiasm, it's just brilliant. And especially when it's someone you looked up to. So look out for that Sunday social. It's a bit of a nightmare putting together. Again, plans for the future, but to learn how to use the technology a bit better as well, and create a smoother watch. So lots to work at, and hopefully I can announce it and you can look forward to it. But I'm sure with your help, Mr. Daw, I'll be able to get a lot further. Like I say, he's helped me so much so far, so much already. Patrick says, have you got your forest kit for Saturday? I'm actually struggling with the socks. I've got the shorts and t-shirt. It's actually an absolutely, what's the word? It's the brightest football strip you've ever seen. It's yellow and orange. If you don't know what the Forest First strip is, that's what I'm wearing. Really struggling for the socks. So a bit of a plea for those watching, any football fans, anybody who knows where I can get the socks for the third strip from. I want to do it properly. I don't really want to do it at all, but I've kind of got myself into this situation, and I'll take it for what it is. Like I say, it's a bit of light-hearted fun, and the joke's on me. But I'd like to do it properly, because I like to do everything properly. So yeah, it'll be great to it'll be great to do it properly. If anybody knows if I can get some adult third strip Forest socks, please let me know. That'd be fantastic. Dawn's made a comment there about what I just said. That would be a fantastic watch on Saturday to get into on Sunday, sorry, for the right frame of mind on Monday. Again, I tend to watch these things before I go to sleep, sometimes, and they kind of relax me, chill me out. I don't watch them all that often, but again, I know there's people that do. So looking forward to sort of progressing with that. The True Red says here, need to get my channel up and running again after nearly 5 years off because I stopped when my granddad sadly passed away in October 2017. He was from Nottingham and watched every video I did. Well, you definitely do. What I'll say to that, mate, is just go ahead and do it. You know, doing my channel really helps me focus on through the bad times. You know, I'm quite out there and honest. When it is bad, I'll say it, you know, and it gets raw. People probably look at me and go, I can't believe he said that, or I can't believe he's admitted that. But it's definitely something you have to do. So if you've got a YouTube channel, if you've got followers and subscribers, get it up and running. You know, I'll support it. I'll encourage other people to support it. I'll watch it because I know how hard it is. It's really hard to do something like this, but it gives me real focus. I've said many times through DOdaily, you know, if I said from the start, if I could help one person, you know, this is always the case with mental health, encouragement, positivity, encouraging activity. If you can get one person feeling that little bit better about themselves, that's all I wanted to do. I've said from day one, it's helped me as much as it's helped anybody, you know, so definitely get that up and running and give us a shout when you do, and I'll definitely check in and encourage others too as well. So that's the questions, guys. Really enjoyed that. Been brilliant again. Definitely needed this kind of uncomfortable situation, this live episode, to make me feel like I'm back at what I should be doing, getting out at a reasonable time as well. My aim for next week is to get back to all those things I said, get it out on time. It's not always possible, and I've spoke at times this week about not beating myself up too much over that, because again, I've still got to enjoy myself. I've still got to have fun. If DOdaily was completely overtaking everything, you know, I might start resenting it. And that's the important thing as well, isn't it? When we're talking about sort of almost going back to question one there about how do you fit it all in? Sometimes you have to just accept changes and moving things around, don't you? That's really important, because if I didn't change things because of DOdaily, or if I didn't go to the football, I might start resenting, you know, some of those other things. And we kind of get ourselves into those habits. We feel like we have to do everything now, or something we said we're going to do. And it is important to do what we say we're going to do, because that's what we do as human beings. You know, we make plans and we try and stick to them, especially when it comes to other people. But you also have to make it work for you, you know. So if it doesn't work for other people, but it works for you, you know, or it could work for both, just sort of take a step back, just think, well, yeah, I can do that. And that's what I've done with DOdaily this week. It's been out quite late. Still got some nice feedback, still got people watching it. But for me as well, you know, at times I just need to get that routine of it back, and it might just help me structure everything else. So like I say, that's the questions. There's one here. Door's still at it. Dan says Door said to subscribe so he can wear a full kit or something. There you go. You know, he's still at it. I've got 519 subscribers now. Keep subscribing. The next one's 1,000, isn't it? I touched on. I wanted 500 by the end of the year. One of my little mini goals with the channel. So whilst I've got those subscribers, it's probably a good time to sort of think about what Mr. Door said there, and sort of develop the channel that little bit more, and do the things I want. What I will do though, that's all the questions done. Really grateful for that. That's probably one of the most interactive episodes I've had. You know, the viewers are higher than normal, not massive, but it is what it is. But I really appreciate people getting involved. What I'm going to do in future weeks is post a link, and if anybody wants to come on and ask me a question, again, it's pushing the boundaries that little bit more. It'll get me out of my comfort zone and probably trip me up a little bit. I'm sure there were people out there wanting to do that as well. But I'm going to post a link, so if anybody wants to come on, again, it's just trying to find a way to take it that step forward and interact with people and get people involved, because that's really important, isn't it? So thank you for the input. What I do on Thursday Thoughts, for those who have not seen one, for those new subscribers, is I post a question, just something that seems relevant at the time. There is absolutely no wrong answers to this. And I ask people in person, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want you to say it live." There's no wrong answers. So I mentioned I'm now finishing to have my birthday mixed grill. It's something and nothing, really. I don't have to have it, but I really, really enjoy it. Kay enjoys doing it. It's a little tradition we've built even over the last 3 or 4 years since we've been together. And it's just great, it's just the start of the birthday. It's something I look forward to, we all like it. Nice food. Kay enjoys doing it. So what are your birthday traditions? What do? You might get up and have a glass of champagne. You might go for a run. I like to get out and do some activity. I've got wake up to walk tomorrow and a lot of plans. But in previous years, I've always thought, I want to go for a run on my birthday. And people tend to go, what, you really want to run on your birthday? We do it on Christmas Day as well. You want to run? Absolutely. Because again, if you want to have your best day, do the things you really enjoy. Don't do what other people expect of you, if you see what I mean there. So what I'm trying to do here is just almost inspire people to do what they want to do. You might get ideas from people's answers and just take it and use that as your own experience going forward. I've done that with lots of things, and it's great, isn't it? All I'm trying to do here is almost motivate and encourage people to live the best life. And over the weekend, I'm going to be doing that, starting with this massive mixed grill. Really, really looking forward to it. So post in your answers to that on any of the videos throughout the week. Comment, I'll pick them out. Any of the social media that's been scrolling across. Please follow at DOdaily 2020 on Twitter, on Instagram. Follow Do Running as well if you're interested in joining the group and getting that little bit more. Absolutely, everybody's welcome. It's my real passion here. It's my baby almost, along with DOdaily now and going to the football. Really, really enjoy that aspect of what I do. I wouldn't have life any other way. Absolutely loving it. Lots to do, lots still to do. But having an episode like this makes me feel really sort of appreciative. Makes me appreciate everything I've got. A few comments just before I go. Here's one already. Dominic says he takes a day off. I presume that's on his birthday. Again, just a little thing, and that's as simple as it is. Just so I can sort of run through them next week, give people an idea of what people are saying, and again, just to sort of share the love. Not kind of words I use a lot, but that's all it is. Share the love with people and just enjoy what we're all doing. Kay says, love the contribution indoors channel. Congratulations on 500 subscribers. Love the DOdaily content. Again, really love that. Brilliant. Thank you for that. True Ed says, was urged on Tuesday by missing out on automatic promotion, but with another opportunity in the playoffs. Absolutely. We go again, don't we? It's a term I use on DOdaily. We go again. And there's lots of positives. And I always say on DOdaily, I try not to let the football side of it overtake. I know I do stuff with Mr. Daw on his channel and other people. I'm a fan pundit for a website, and I do some interviewing around football, which are all really nice jobs. Again, just sort of little things around the thing I really love. But Tuesday was a brilliant example of how we can look at the positives. As a football fan, we all like football. We all like going to football matches. Now it's given us 3 more to watch. Yes, it's not automatic promotion, and we'd love to be in the Premier League, but I also get 3 more football matches to watch, and that's going to create an experience within itself. And sometimes without the bad feeling, without the hurt and the upset, again, it almost goes to that what I said about flatlining. Forest have finished 15th or something like that for too many seasons, and it's been over in February. I'd rather feel the emotion, the ups and downs. That's why we support football. And that's life as well, isn't it? When you've had the bad, when you've experienced the bad, and it all comes good, and I've definitely been there as a person, and with my mental health and with the things, I think it's so important, and just to follow that up, Kay says, keep going. Dawn's got a birthday tradition. My birthday tradition is always to have the day off work. Again, like Dominic, again, somebody might just think, I'm going to do that. I'm actually working tomorrow, rather bizarrely. I've had days off for other things this week, but I'm working. And Dan said he'd love to go to Wembley. Again, that's why we want, whilst automatic promotion would have been lovely, if we can do it through Wembley. Forest have never been there in the new version. When I was young, over 30 years ago. Again, giving away my age, we were getting there all the time. So it'd be great for people to experience that. And yes, it might not happen, but if it does, what an experience it'll be. And that's what life's all about. Everything I spoke about today, it's kind of been focused on experiencing how we sort of make the most of what we do. And that's what's really important. Like I said, if you've got any questions, please do pop them in. Any comments, I'll try and read them out next week. Really, really grateful to all those that watched. Like I say, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up. Help me share it around YouTube, and hopefully a few other people watch it and want to get involved as well. We're working at that next thing. Just one quick question. I've got to sort of fire this one out. What's the perfect mixed grill consist of? Everything. Steak. I think there's some loin chops on there. Sausage, egg, peppercorn sauce. That the best mixed grill has always got peppercorn sauce on it. So on that note, I'll say thanks once again. I'll be back in the morning for Wake Up to Walk, bright and early, but continuing the Clockwork Knots walk after just 1 week of doing that. Check back on that. I've created a playlist for that as well. It'll only be the second leg. Brilliant concept. Check back on that first episode, which was 2 Fridays ago. Wake Up to Walk. Like I say, in the playlist on the channel. It's a brilliant way of doing what I do on a Friday morning, explaining why it's important to attack the day, get up, enjoy it, and make the most of what I'm doing. And look forward to the weekend, as well as processing everything that's gone before. So check that out. Until tomorrow, guys, have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Just doing it.